Before we start today, I have exciting news for you guys.
Yeah.
Exciting news. Let's hear it.
Look what came in.
Oh, yes! Yes!
Yes! Hold on one second.
I don't feel like standing up, so fucking...
Oh, that's amazing.
We've all got plenty of screenshots of it.
I can't believe
I told you I was going to get it.
I totally forgot that you told me.
You didn't think that Zach was going to commit to that bit?
Well, 100%? No, I mean, I thought that it would be perfect for Zach, but I was like, I don't know. But that's awesome. That's fucking amazing.
Of course, I was planning on wearing the Miami Roadie Whoopie hoodie today, but this came in the mail today, so I was like, oh fuck, I gotta wear this now.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Oh,
so
man.
that other one will be for another day.
And also, the more things change, the more things stay the same, because it's a new year, but I got that sweet lightning.
Dude, I haven't had sweet lightning in a minute. I need to go back.
Oh, man. It's been a really long time since I've had sweet lightning, man. This is the first time since maybe, like, August, I want to say.
I need to order me some more peach Coke.
Yeah, man. I've been looking at every single Target I've gone to in the last, like...
I think at this point you got to go online for it. That's how I got it last time.
Well, I think they probably have not, because I never have trouble finding the raspberry, but it's always the peach.
The raspberry?
The raspberry is not great, though.
You know what's also not great is the cinnamon Coke.
Oh, yeah, you sent that text, yeah. You know what else apparently is not great? Is Cole, you had that watermelon Mountain Dew, the Sergeant, or like,
I mean, it wasn't
5-star General watermelon Mountain Dew.
It wasn't like bad, but it wasn't like what everyone was like hyping it up to be. I was like, this is just,
Yeah, that feels about right.
Anyway, roll the intro.
What's up, everybody? My name is Sam, and this is the internet where things happen. Happy New Year to all of you, to everybody. We are excited to be here again in 2021, and hopefully this year isn't a shit pile like last year was. We're crossing our fingers, right? But here we go. And I had something that I really wanted to like start this episode with. Of course, I'm with Cole and Zach.
I was wondering if he was going to introduce us or not.
I honestly forgot because it's like a foregone conclusion at this point when we do a vidcast.
It's a vidcast. It's Sam.
If you ever don't introduce us, Sam, I'm not saying anything the entire episode. That's like the threshold.
Just completely
purely out of spite of you.
I mean, that's why any of us do anything, right? It's purely out of spite of the
you're
other.
You're not wrong.
And speaking of not doing things and doing out of spite of the other, I had something else that I wanted to start this episode with. Mm-hmm. And we'll still talk about that thing, but like I gotta talk about something that's really on my heart right now, because we're doing this vidcast. Cole and Zach are two of my my very best friends in the world. And I thought that everybody here was fam, but it turns out that one of us is only bae.
One of us is actually quite sus.
Yeah. Because I sent a TikTok, this TikTok.
Friendship test. If you send this to a friend, they don't send a video back of them shaking their double-decker dump truck ass in the mirror to some Fetty Wap, then they're not your friend.
To one Mr. Cole Duncan. And you know what was said? No. He said no.
Yeah. No.
And so we're throwing up. We're fucking. I slammed my fist on the desk. I knocked my Topo Chico cap across the desk.
Well, it's been a couple months since Sam fucking destroyed something on the vidcast, so
it really has. So I watched that episode of the vidcast with Chelsea for the first time, and she was just like, "Why did you do that?" And I was like, "I don't know. I didn't mean to."
I recently rewatched that too, just because it's so fucking funny of me going, "Oh, that sounded expensive."
I don't know. I remember that because it was. I don't know what he threw, but it sounded expensive.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah. So I just want Cole to really just explain to me why he doesn't care about me anymore live on video.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This is the Sam versus Sam equivalent of the Hague. Explain yourself.
Gotcha. No. No. As
it was for my eyes only.
Floor, sir. I will not be interrupted.
Oh, let's
this
be
is my court. This is my court. You know what I have to say? Cole. No.
Let's be honest.
Really
That would not have been
you know
for your
Cole, you know what I have to say to that?
so
You know what I have to say to that? I won't be interrupted.
I'm good. No, I'm fine. I'm good. We're good.
What if it was just 27 minutes of just that?
I got it for Christmas. I got a blue one. So
I see that.
We have brothers.
Bitch ass won't twerking ass.
Bitch ass.
Steve Van Zandt face ass looking fucking
bony brittle ass behind
fucking
ass.
Flat ass cinnamon coke personality having motherfucker.
What I really wanted to talk about. So, another thing, it's a new year, but new year, same me.
Yeah, fuck resolutions.
Fuck resolutions. Just live your life. I'm still searching for the best fast food chicken sandwich.
We've come full circle.
It was the very
Had you waited till April, it would have been a year too.
It would have, but I'm too excited about this journey. So the first episode of the year is going to have to do.
I thought you were about to say the first episode is like you were actually going to do like a fucking like Guy Fieri style, like join Sam Wright as he goes across the country to find the best fast food chicken sandwich. Rob Schneider is Sam Wright.
So Jack in the Box has a chicken sandwich now. And I tried it, and it is okay.
I had it's a few months removed since I had it, but I had a chicken sandwich from Checkers.
Oh, how was that?
And that was pretty good.
Okay.
They also so Checkers has these weird like drinks where it's like a blue drink that you think would be like the McDonald's slushies that they have since discontinued. But it's actually that with like vanilla ice cream. It was quite good.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, Checkers, I see you. And or Rallies, depending on where you live.
Oh, is that like an East Coast, West Coast thing?
I think so. It's like Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. It's
Gotcha.
The same thing, but it's named different.
The East Coast, West Coast fast food wars of 2074.
The fast food wars of 1812.
Well, actually, let's not forget that was a thing in Demolition Man. The fast food wars.
Yeah, it was. You're right. I do love the idea of that, like everybody knows about the War of 1812, but do you remember the fast food wars occurring the very same year? I do. I remember. I was there. I'm a time traveler.
Well, I just like to imagine it happens again in the future, but it's like Cyberpunk 2077, where you've got like McDonald's backed mercenaries fucking going and like staging a coup d'etat, against the Burger King fucking brigade.
The Burger King brigade. Wow, he's decided to rejoin us.
Yeah,
look at him.
I see that.
I'm actually glad.
My beer was just here, so I just.
I like that he's wearing a black turtleneck like some kind of half-assed college-age fucking philosopher.
I love can you do me a favor, Cole? Can you do this with your hands for a second?
And then say perhaps.
Perhaps.
As long as you didn't
say like the Waffle House like chicken sandwich, because that's still sacrilege. I'm sorry.
No, were you hearing like what we were saying?
Yeah, no, I heard everything.
Okay, cool.
He was actually commentating, but he forgot that he walked away, so none of that audio got
right. Yeah, I imagine he was talking the whole time. He was like, well, actually, I think the Jack in the Box chicken.
He's like, guys, why aren't you listening to me?
Actually, it's I don't know. Fuck it. I think it's Checkers over here too. Yeah. Yeah. We don't have one here in Chad, but we have one in Cleveland though.
Yeah, I think that side of the country is Checkers. Over here it's Rallies.
I
don't even know if we have a Rallies.
I've never eaten that either. Are they good? Like,
it's pretty good. They're
I got a burger and a chicken sandwich from there, and it's pretty good. The only reason I went there is because I was down in I don't even remember where in Virginia, but I was because we went on like a 3-month crusade to find my buddy a fucking couch that wasn't from IKEA, unsuccessfully, by the way. But one of the places we went was near a shooting range that we decided to check out, and we ended up, not shooting there or signing up because their prices were garbage. But on the way back, there was a Checkers, so we stopped by there. Let me tell you about this one interaction we had when we stopped at an Ashley's Furniture.
That's where my couch is from. But I haven't actually furniture store until after years.
So we get there, and I'm just there. I'm literally just driving the truck so we can move the fucking couch if he buys one. And we get there, and the guy's like, I think it was like early September. And my boy Don, who he had a short cameo on the cast. Remember that day that he stopped by here?
Oh yeah, when you went to the door.
Yeah, you nosy fuckers were like, "Hey, let's see what they're talking about." But he sits down with the guy, and the guy's all excited. He kind of reminded me of fucking Shlomi, and
you're gonna love my couch.
Yeah, pretty much. But
Shlomi.
So Don's like, yeah, I really like this style. The price is good. When could I get it? And the guy goes, oh, it won't be available till like the last week of November. And Don's like, why? And he goes, oh, well, because of COVID, there's a shortage in the wood supply and all that. And I had to stop myself from like being like, what do you tell me that you have to go into the fucking forest and cut the wood down yourself? Like, what do you mean 2.5 months of this shit? Like what the fuck? What's the process? You don't tell me that we don't have warehouses full of fucking wood? It's just like that coin shortage back in July. Billions of coins in circulation just suddenly disappeared. The fuck are you trying to tell me here, guy?
What's going on? What's happened?
Yeah.
I feel like
there's a glitch
of
somewhere, and I'm getting sick of this shit.
I feel like a lot of Zach's interactions are just like Curb Your Enthusiasm, but angrier. They're just They're like mundane, like inconveniences.
But of course, it's all going on in my head.
No, but like
it's all going on in my head, so I don't fucking look like a psychopath.
No, but like I want that like actually written out like a breakaway like bit from like Scrubs. But
yeah, I was gonna say like a Scrubs
show.
Yeah, like, and then the conclusion is it would go for like days on end, and then the conclusion is it comes back to me being like, I guess that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Cue the theme song.
What have you played on the Otomatone right now?
Oh God, hold on.
You go. Yeah,
one of you has to go low. One of you has to go high, like the bump.
I'll go high.
I instantly regret that. I instantly regret asking for that.
Sam, can you?
Can I what?
Can you, for your intro, can you have it like start normally and then record scratch and put that over?
Oh, I can certainly try.
Just for this episode.
I will do my best.
With a single Otomatone slowly floating across the screen once it starts. Just all fucking disjointed.
When I was getting ready to move out into this place here, I was like, I need a couch because the couch at the old place was Justin's, and so I was going to be couchless. And so I went to Ashley with a friend.
Couchless in Seattle?
What? Oh yeah. It was a sequel.
It starred Tom Hanks in Morgan
Oh man, Tom Hanks is my favorite actor.
He was so wholesome. He was also in Jungle Gump. and helping Private Brewer.
Don't forget a drift at sea with his
and one of his younger roles in Large.
Love Large.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Couch us in Seattle.
Why did Large break me harder than all of them?
Because you had to think about which one it was for a second.
Oh my god. Okay.
Or Toy Tale. You know that one thing that he voiced.
The bit's dead. The bit is dead. It's been shot. It's executed. It's rotten behind the fucking dumpster at Denny's. Move on.
Anyway, so I went to Ashley with a friend. We were just kind of walking around, and I originally wanted a sectional, and so I was looking at all the sectionals, and it was the same answer every time. It was like yeah, the sectionals are. It's going to take like a month and a half, 2 months to get these built and delivered, and I didn't want to not have a couch for 2 months. So I was just like shit. So we were walking around. And I was with my friend, and we sat on this like sofa love seat combo, and we were just sitting there like kind of bummed out. And I was bummed out. I wanted the sectional because I thought it was really comfortable and cool. And I sat down, and I was like, "Ooh, this couch is pretty comfortable. I don't really need a sectional. This kind of feels like the sectional, except it just doesn't have the little corner bit. And I'll just put a table there." And so the person that was helping us, the guy was really nice, and he was very like soft spoken. He was not like Shlomi. He was like, "Well, you know, you think about it, and I'll go walk around, and then I'll come back and check on you in a minute." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And so I sat on the couch, and I looked at my friend, and I go, "What if I got this one?" And she was like, "Is it available?" And I go, "I don't know." So I went online onto their app, and I found the couch. And it was available for delivery when I needed it. And the app had it for about $400 cheaper than it was in store.
Not bad.
So I was sitting on this couch in the store. I ordered it online while I was sitting on the couch in the store. And it was such a great moment. And the guy came up to me. He was like, "Anything I can help you?" I was like, "No, I'm good. We'll come check later."
You did honor fast me dirty right there.
Well, no, so that's the thing. Honor fast me. So that's the thing, is that in the app, there is a space to enter the associate that helped you. If you ordered online, if they helped you in the store, you can enter their name and they'll get credit for the sale. So I did that.
That's cool.
Because I worked in sales. I know how commission works. So he gave me his business card to like hold on to, and I put his name in the app, and he got credit for the sale. So
that probably like came out in his like monthly report, and he was like, "I did."
Fucking how?
Oh, I did.
I had something like that happen to me when I was at the hospital.
What was that? What happened?
So it was around late October 26th, because it was right after my grandfather had died. And they called me in, and they were like, "Hey, you and Ricky are getting awards." And I was like, "I am?" And I thought I was getting an award for something else that I had been nominated for. So then I took this award and just credited it to that anyway. But so I get in there, and they have like this little luncheon, and everyone's, you know, all excited. And then they call us up, and they're, you know, sort of giving the accolades. They're like, "Yeah, you know, over the summer, you know, Ricky and Zach, they helped, you know, stop this guy who, you know, was a disgruntled employee of the vending machine service, and he was coming in and emptying the vending machines and taking all the change, and they actually found him while he was doing it, and they apprehended him." And I'm sitting there going, "When the fuck did this happen?" You know? And they're, you know, and everyone's like, "Yeah, you know, you guys did a great job." So we go over. It turns out they fucking, for some reason, like, they thought that I'd been there. I was on military orders for the 2 weeks in the summer when all this went down. And for some reason, they were like, Zach was there. And I was like, "Oh, fuck it. I'll just consider this the award for the other thing that I was put in for by like 3 other people." So,
hey.
Take it.
Did you ever figure out like who actually was supposed to?
No, I didn't give a fuck.
I feel that like here.
But it's funny because it's going on. Me and Ricky are looking at each other like, I'm like, when the fuck did this happen? He's like,
did it come with like any kind of like monetary reward, or is it just like a here you go?
It was literally just a piece of it. Had it been monetary, I would have taken it.
Well then,
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely take credit for it. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did Ricky actually do the thing?
Yes, Ricky was there.
Okay. But okay, it's like
good on you, Ricky. It'd
be one thing if it was like it's one thing that it's Ricky and you, and Ricky was actually there and did it. But it'd be a completely different thing if neither of you were there, and so now everybody's like, who apprehended the vending machine guy? Which also, I've never thought of that, but that's like a weirdly like it's like low level sinister. Like the vending machine guy stealing the change.
Well, and I guess he was literally like he was a disgruntled employee who's fucking like held on to one of those keys that you can use to open the vending machines, and so he was like going around fucking like Orange County, Ulster County, fucking Dutchess County, New York, and was just fucking taking all this money from all these machines.
That is an amazing grift. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
That's a pretty good grift. The thing about like it's wild to me that all vending machines are basically opened by one key, and all you need to do is have one disgruntled employee.
Yep.
Keep that.
I wonder how hard it would be to 3D print one of those.
Probably not hard if it's the exact same like skeleton.
I think it is because it's all that one that's kind of shaped like the computer power button.
Yeah, like if it's just that kind of skeleton key, then it wouldn't be hard at all to 3D print one of those.
I definitely won't get Chanel on it.
Is that a felony?
I don't know if it's a
as long as we don't go above like what $5,000.
Hold on. What?
Does it depend state by state? Because I really don't know. I'm not a lawyer, obviously.
Felony in Tennessee.
None of us are. Yeah, he's specifically looking at Tennessee.
Class D felony. Okay, so it's a misdemeanor. It's a Class A misdemeanor at $500 or less. Class E felony at $500. At more between $500 and $1,000.
Okay, so we just can't go above $500.
And then it's a Class D felony theft valued at I can't speak tonight. $1,000 or more than $10,000. My fucking brain is fried from reading because I'm currently doing the line edits for book 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, you've been busy doing all that stuff, Zach. We need to have another writing video pretty soon.
Well, I think
I
think that you guys will have a reason to, or we will have a reason to do that sooner rather than later. But that's all I'm going to say about that right now.
Ooh. Do you happen to want to talk about any kind of particular Twitter accounts that might have popped up in the last couple of weeks?
I hate.
We can cut this if you don't want to talk about it.
None that I can think of. Have you guys seen anything new popping up?
I saw one. I did see one. Let me pull it up here. Just so I can make sure that I'm not making a mistake about what I've seen.
Because I don't have a Twitter.
Obviously, because we here at Sam vs. Sam are really just all about just being fully like journalistic like integrity. Like we're all about that.
Yeah. I'll show the camera.
But he's just popping up on the screen.
I could, but I'm looking at it. I'll do both. I noticed a few days ago that Dermot the Frog has a Twitter account now.
It's weird.
At Dermot the.
Yeah, I screwed up making the fucking handle. I wasn't paying attention. It just autofilled to Dermot the.
I would say. Well, I know you can change that, but honestly,
no, I'm keeping it because I like the idea of him being like somewhat technologically illiterate.
Yeah, it kind of fits with the thing. Cousin of world famous actor, singer, world famous actor and singer, journalist Kermit, investigative reporter.
I love that you made that, but I also. I hate, I might just get on Twitter just to, watch that. I deleted, most of my social media. I just deleted them off my phone the other day.
Yeah, I've just been having fun photoshopping him into different scenarios.
Honestly, the most recent one, the Afghanistan was pretty damn good. I love hashtag is this how pound keys work? happily humming hashtag as the days go by. This is a good one. Checking in from the outskirts of Washington, D.C., where protests continue to rock the city. More on the story as they get closer to the Capitol.
And it's just a picture of him. That screenshot is from Modern Warfare 2 when D.C. is on fire.
Yeah. Hashtag should have brought a raincoat. So if you really want a bird's eye view on the news as it's happening, follow at Dermot the.
You fucking photoshopped in a photo from Modern Warfare 2 for that one.
Well, for both of them, the one in Afghanistan's for the opening of Modern Warfare 2 as well.
Even better.
I wanted to. What was your guys' reaction when you saw that pop up when he was responding to some of your tweets?
Oh, just immediate laughter.
I was like,
immediate laughter.
The fuck? I couldn't believe it.
Because I forget what I put on yours, Cole, but I remember Sam distinctly putting the hashtag Dermot checks his list twice.
Yep.
I think the tweet that you responded to me was like some kind of like snarky tweet that I put out about dudes who only wear Oakleys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think the tweet was something along the lines of like, dear dudes who only wear Oakleys, are y'all just not allowed to smile, or is that like part of it?
Hold on. So it's
to answer
question
that
for dudes who wear Oakleys: are y'all just not allowed to smile in pictures? It's a personal choice. And Dermot's response was, "You know what they say, friendo? You're never truly dressed without a smile." Hashtag pearly whites. Hashtag my friend the And then mine was all caps. Buy me more Topo Chico for Christmas with like the huffy emoji with like the smoke coming out of the nose. And Dermot's response was, "You didn't put it on your list." Hashtag Dermot checks twice.
And to answer your question, Cole, most dudes who wear Oakleys for some reason think that they like need to be tough and fucking not smile in pictures.
That's
as a person who wore Oakleys for close to 10 years before I finally fucking bought myself an actual pair of Ray-Bans, I smiled in pictures with them.
But that's the thing, though, right? Like, you know the trope that I'm talking about.
Oh, 100%. It's just like when any new kid comes home from fucking basic training, specifically Marine Corps boot camp for some reason, and they just like, don't smile in their pictures.
They have like the oil cans, like
no, not even with the Oakleys. Oh yeah, no. For some reason, it's always the dudes with the white oil cans are always the worst with that shit.
It's often accompanied by like a monster hat for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I have technically 4 pairs of Oakleys, but one pair is for shooting. So they got the clear lenses. But I had a pair of half jacket 2.0s, and I don't remember the names of the other two, but they were both wireframe ones.
I'm not above this. I used to have a pair of Oakleys. I just forget what they were called. They were like the aviator style, but they were like the...
I've actually got a pair right here, I think. Hold on.
I love how it's just like, I'm not above this. I did like you're covering
I'll fully out myself on it.
My name is Cole. It's been 322 months since I last wore Oakleys.
That's probably accurate.
There we go.
I don't know.
There we go. Yeah, this is the last pair of Oakleys I bought.
Okay.
There it is. Yep. I was always like, when I was younger, I always wanted Oakleys, but I just never got any.
I wanted Oakleys purely for the line in Black Hawk Down of,
"Take those sunglasses off, soldier. Delta wants to wear Oakleys. That's their business. I don't want to see them on you again."
You always saw fucking like special forces and shit like that wearing Oakleys back in the day.
God damn, these things are fucking.
Nowadays, they just wear whatever the fuck. Nani the fuck.
Nani.
Oh my life,
not.
Nothing personnel, kid.
I could be your angle or your devil.
Are we just looking at Oakley sunglasses?
Yeah, I'm not no shade to anyone who wears Oakleys, but I am not a fan
No
of
shade!
these.
No shade!
Oh, boo.
Because now I'm looking at Oakley's. Holy shit. You see the Patrick Mahomes 2s on the front page of Oakley.com?
I'm not. I'm just. There's a fuck
Man,
ton
these
of
things are ugly.
Jesus Christ, there's so many NFL teams.
The Patrick Mahomes 2s, and I'll put a picture up on the screen, look like those like wraparound like shades, except they have stems on them, and it's a weird look. It's a weird look. Prescription Oakleys?
I almost got a pair of those back when I needed them.
They do not. Okay, Oakley does not make the brand, the style that I used to have, which I guess says a lot about me.
They've discontinued a lot. They've discontinued a lot of styles. Like I was gonna get I don't know if they still make it, the half jacket 2.0. I was gonna get a prescription of those.
Now I have to see the Patrick Mahomes.
I do want to get a pair of prescription sunglasses, not Oakley's, but
you should. My brother did that, and my father did that as well. They're like, it's great.
Okay, but like that,
because it's just like it's one of those things where it's like.
I just prefer not having to have a prescription.
This style is a thing now, right? Like the Pit Vipers, like that brand, that's a thing now.
All right, let me fucking look.
Now he's on it. Yeah.
I'd wear a pair of those.
It's one of those things. I
can't talk a lot about that's my personal everyday.
Yeah. Well, so I want to get a pair of prescription sunglasses, and honestly, I'm coming up on my this year. I'll be able to go with my insurance, be able to go and get a pair of like free frames. So I might pay a little bit extra and get some sunglasses, but. You know what? This is something I don't think I've talked about on the channel. I want to get LASIK.
You should absolutely fucking do it, dude.
That's what I've heard from.
Best decision I ever made.
Shit, man.
Yeah. Well, so I've heard from you. One of my friends, like a couple of my friends, Justin's done it. Everybody that I know that's done it has not.
So let me give you guys the long story short, even though I usually turn these into short story long. Total process after you get all the fucking stuff done where they have to dilate your eyes and get all your measurements and all that. From start to finish on the actual day of the operation, maybe about 3 to 4 hours total in the actual like optometrist surgical center. Of those 3 to 4 hours, 15 to 20 minutes actually under the proverbial knife, aka laser in this.
Huh. The
rest of it, it's maybe like an hour of pre-op, and the rest of it is all post-op.
Because what do they like? How does it feel? Because I know they can't like put you to sleep because obviously your eyes have to be open.
So what they do is they actually put these shields over your eyes that prevent you from blinking, and they have some kind of saline drip that just keeps your eyes constantly hydrated. I think. I wasn't asking them how it works. It's really strange not being able to blink, but they do something to keep your eyes hydrated the whole time. Also, beforehand, I think they do this for everyone, but they gave me a Valium, so that helped a lot.
That would be helpful, especially because
So there's two
to like your eyelid, right?
So there's no. It's not your eyelid; it's your actual eye. So for LASIK, they basically cut part of the eye open, and that's what they use as the opening for the lasers to go in. And this is my knowledge of having been explained to it by the doctor fucking 3 years ago or 2 years ago at this point. So if I'm wrong on something, don't at Dermot. He doesn't have time for your shit. But so there's two things. There's LASIK and there's PRK. And when you go for your initial pre-op shit, I forget what it's called, they're going to, or your consultation, they're going to tell you which is better. And I think it's for like if you've got like a thinner cornea, it's better to go with PRK. If you got a thicker one, it's better to go with LASIK. That's all on a case by case basis. But for LASIK, which I got, is they cut and then they do they do all their laser shit, and then the biggest thing is you have to let that cut in your eye heal, and you don't see anything, you don't really feel it except for like the first day when you're actually the most I felt it was when I first had to open my eyes like 20 minutes after they took me out of the suite, and it was just because like and it's because your eyes are just you're tired. I actually fell asleep for PRK, not during but afterward. For PRK, what they do is they actually basically slough off like the first few layers of the entire cornea, and that's how they go in. And that takes like I think LASIK is like a month total to heal up fully from it. PRK is a couple months. Yeah, I don't exactly know how the whole PRK process works because I didn't get it, but then it's funny, kids. If you get LASIK, and I'm sure it's the same for PRK, for the first week. You can't get your eyes wet outside of blinking. So when you shower, you have to shower facing away from the water and all that. And you also can't touch your eyes. You can't do anything excessive to fucking you strain. If you pop
like
blood,
rub your eyes,
exactly.
like
or you can't go like lifting and shit like that. And then at night, you actually have to put on these goofy fucking like bug eye shields that go like this. They're clear. You can see through them. They're just like kind of opaque. They're like frosted glass almost, but yeah, you put them on there and they're plastic, and then and they give you eye drops. But literally, so I go in there because I'd already gotten all the consultation done. They give me the Valium. They fucking they run me through the eye test again just to be sure, and then they take me into the suite. And because Sam, you asked me how it felt, and you really don't feel it. It's a lot more psychological. Like at one point I thought I smelled something burning, and I was like, is that my eye? And they're like, everyone asks that. It's not your eye. It's just the machine working. And I was like, okay, cool. But when I walked into the suite, the facility I went to was very cool. It was almost like something you'd see out of like Ghost Recon Breakpoint with their architecture. It was all like white walls and like not Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Remember when he goes to the Wallace building in Blade Runner 2049, and it's all like that smooth fucking wood. Yeah. The architecture was kind of similar to that, actually. The building that I went to. And they had soft music playing, and the woman who was my doctor, she walked me through the whole process, and it was kind of crazy too, because she was going to be like, okay, now everything's going to go white, and as she said that, everything went white, and she goes, okay, now you're going to see a black dot in the center of your vision. Stare at that dot. And I fucking, and there was the black dot, so I stared at it. Okay, now everything's going to go dark, and it went dark. It was kind of fucking surreal, honestly, but it was cool. And like I said, I was on the table for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then they were like, all right, go, we're going to take you, we're going to sit you in this chair. It's this big fucking plush leather fucking chair. And they're like, all right, we'll come get you, just relax. I immediately fell asleep. And then they came and they woke me up, and they were like, all right, come on, we're going to go, run you through some tests. They were like, okay, we need you to open your eyes. And I think I slept for like 30 minutes at that point. And so opening my eyes was kind of difficult because I was like, because it's very sticky too. Just because they do eye drops and shit too. And at first it really didn't seem like any different. So then they brought me home and I went to sleep. Bro, the next day I woke up and I took off those eye shields, and it was fucking crazy how quickly the difference was. It
was how quickly your vision changed and was better.
Yeah, like it went from whatever the fuck my prescription was in the olden days, pre-LASIK, PL times, to because I think my prescription now is like 20/30 or something like that, because I've got astigmatism in my right eye still. They can't get rid of that entirely, unfortunately, but they can fix the shit out of it. And because literally then you have a day, a week, and a month checkup with your optometrist where they run everything through. Excuse me. And But what's kind of weird is for that first week, because your eye is still healing, so you'll wake up some days and shit will be blurry, and you're like, "Oh, what's happening?" But then, like as the day goes on, like things will, in this eye it'll get clearer, and in this eye it'll stay blurry, and then vice versa, and all that. So I remember calling my Tom just to be like, did something go wrong?" And she's like, "Relax, that's normal." And really, the biggest long-lasting change now is because of my astigmatism and the scarring on my eye, which is just natural. So I have to wear sunglasses. I don't have to, but I wear sunglasses all the time because I'm a little more light sensitive. And at night, which if you have astigmatism, you already kind of have this. But at night, when my pupils dilate, it actually dilates past where the scar is. So lights such as headlights, taillights, any kind of light source gets that halo around it.
Oh yeah,
but it's
because I also have
it's much more exaggerated because of.
Gotcha.
And I mean, fuck it. I remember the first time I drove at night when it was raining after getting the LASIK, which was a week after. I was like, "What the fuck?"
The world's ending.
Am I in a fucking music video? What's going on here?
I've just always been freaked out by it. I've had terrible vision since I was a kid. And I just
honestly,
through college, I just at some point in college, I just stopped wearing contacts through my glasses and just kind of got used to it. I thought about going back to contacts, but I don't know, man. It just it just freaks me out. I don't know why.
That's why they give you the Valium.
Valium, baby.
I'm a pussy, and Valium probably would help out with that a lot, for sure.
Cole, even I was nervous before going in there. And I was excited to be getting it done.
My thing, because I've always had issues with eyes in general, and especially because my vision didn't change until puberty. And I think that's when a lot of people who have vision shifts, it happens during puberty because whatever. Because I was in the 7th or 8th grade, I think. No, it was even before that. It was before we went to England because I was still in Ohio. So I would have been in 6th grade when it changed. But when I started having to wear glasses, but I've always said I can't movies and shows that have weird eye shit happening. I can't watch them because it makes me squeamish. I can't.
So that one scene in Dead Space 2 must fucking suck for you then.
I couldn't play it because the first time I played Dead Space 2, I was living with some coworkers, and we were all just they were all just in the living room with me, lights off, watching me play it, and I had to give the controller to one of my friends to do it because I had to turn away because I couldn't do that scene.
Yeah, it's rough.
So I don't like eye shit, but I can't get near my eyes, so contacts have always been off the table for me. I barely like eye drops. I can barely do eye drops, so when I have to do eye drops, I'll do the thing where you put them in the corner of your eye and then blink them into your eye. That's how bad it is. So that's why I asked.
That might be an issue because you get prescribed. I got prescribed 2 different types of eye drops afterward for a week.
So I know how to do eye drops to like I said, if you put it in the corner of your eye and kind of blink it, gets it and coats what you need it to. And there are I know how to do
I always
it.
did this, and it sucks when I because your depth perception is kind of fucked up still. Then I fucking gets on my cheek, and I'm like, damn it!
Yeah, you're just so I get.
I'm trying to catch it like a snowflake.
That's one of the things that I have to kind of reconcile is I think the procedure would probably be fine, but I'm going to be fucking nervous as shit. Yeah. So hearing about that is helpful. Yeah. So before we go, I did want to loop it back and kind of tie it up with a nice little bow based on where we started, which is the chicken sandwich thing, because I wanted to share a story about how I had my first disappointing experience with a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Oh my!
Oh.
And it was.
Is there such a thing?
You know what? Yes, it is.
My God!
I'm here. I didn't think so, but I'm here to tell you yes. And it was extra disappointing because I was showing somebody the sandwich for the first time at the exact same time that this happened, right? And I'm absolutely going to call them out on camera. It was the Popeyes on Evergreen Way in Everett, Washington. So the
cease and desist is already in the mail.
So that's the closest Popeyes to where I live, and I had never had a bad experience with them in the past. This is the first time I've ever been well, what the fuck? So I had been talking a big game about the Popeyes chicken sandwich, and I took Chelsea, my girlfriend, to Popeyes because I was like, oh, we got to go to Popeyes. We're going to go get the sandwich. She's like, I'm excited to try the sandwich. And it was to the point where, like, I had mentioned to her that the last time that we went that I had gone to Popeyes to get the sandwich, they had run out of chicken sandwiches. And she was just like, I don't know, I'm going to be disappointed if they don't have a sandwich.
Sam, what was the location of that again? I'm sorry for interrupting.
Evergreen Way in Everett, Washington. Zach's doing something. So
he's always
so we go. He's always up to something. So we go and we're waiting in line, and we get up to the order screen, and I go, hey, do you guys happen to have chicken sandwiches right now? The lady goes, yeah, we do. And I said, okay, can I get 2 classic chicken sandwiches with these drinks? And she goes, oh, so you want the combo? I was like, yeah. She goes, well, you have to say that. First of all, the attitude. I was like, I've worked in fast food. I've worked in food service. I get it. You don't want to be there. I understand. But, like, come on. But
also, with that, if I just want the sandwich, and everyone knows this, I feel like it's like a common fact. Like, if you just want the sandwich and a drink, you say, like, when you order, like, hey, so I want the chicken sandwich, like, just the sandwich. That is telling them, hey, I don't want the combo.
That's a universal thing. Yeah, that's the universal thing, is like, I just want the sandwich. But, like, also, if I say I want a classic chicken sandwich with, like, a Sierra Mist, right? You know, if you want to make sure that I want the combo, you're like, my response, if I was a fast food worker, if I worked in food like I have in the past, my response would be, did you want the combo or just the sandwich? And I'd be like, oh, the combo. Sorry, whatever. Not,
yeah, like a normal.
Oh, you want the combo? Yeah. Oh, you want the combo? You have to say that. That's not what I would do. No. So I'm in a bad mood, and Chelsea's in the passenger seat. She's like she didn't say anything, but like the look on her face is like, is this bitch really like doing this right now? And so she was not happy. But we were just like dealing with that. So we pull up and we get our order in, and we pull up. Oh no. I just looked over and my phone has a notification. Dermot the Frog shared a tweet with you. So looking forward to checking that at the end of the story. So we pull forward a little bit, and we're behind this truck, and we're pulling forward. And so we have the window down, and we hear the lady on the screen going, hey, you can pull up more. You're not going to hit the car in front of you. I can hear you. And we're just like, what the fuck? So we determined later that she's yelling at the car behind us to like pull up because like,
yeah, regardless of it's just a piss poor attitude.
Exactly. It's very like, yeah. So we pull up and we realize that the people that are actually giving us the food are not it was not the woman that was yelling at us because they didn't have headsets on. She was over somewhere else. And so you're just like, that fucking sucks. So we get back to my place, and we're unpacking the food. Mine has like just a disrespectful amount of mayonnaise on it.
Oh, that's the worst. Like when you gotta fucking scrape it off with a fucking knife.
Yeah, so I had to scrape some of it off. They didn't give us straws for the drinks. It was just like it was like a big mess, and neither of them had pickles, which like pickles is kind of like, part of it.
And so pickles.
Plus, they were like not really that warm, and the trip to get from the Popeyes to back to my place, it's not a long trip. Like they wouldn't lose that much heat in the trip, so it was just like, and so we ate it, and it was fine, but it was just like, this is not what I have come to know and love from a Popeyes chicken sandwich. So I was very disappointed.
It's supposed to be wholesome. So. It's supposed to be like it's a comfort food. I mean, like that's what it is.
Right.
You want the whole experience.
Right, and and here's the thing about Popeyes is that like I expect a little bit of Southern sass from a Popeyes.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
But that wasn't Southern sass. That was rudeness.
That was full on like bullshit. Sam, like, oh, bless your heart type bullshit. Fuck
if you check your phone, you'll see that the situation has now been addressed publicly.
Hold on.
Did he really?
But Dermot, at Popeye's Chicken. An anonymous source has told me that your location, Evergreen Way in Everett, Washington, delivered a less than ideal experience with an employee's attitude. Hashtag a sad day in Seattle. Hashtag chicken combo. Hashtag it ain't easy being green. Hashtag combo.
Easy being green.
This is excellent. I love an anonymous source. This is news you can count on. Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
So I don't foresee that being an issue going forward, but I did just want to communicate that I was really disappointed, and I was disappointed that my girlfriend didn't have an ideal experience with her first Popeye's chicken sandwich. And I'd like to rectify that as soon as possible by going to the location in Renton, Washington, which is always amazing. Throwing that out there.
Big shots out. Big shots out.
We can call it an episode, I suppose.
Yeah! First one in the bag!
Oh, man.